Shalom Akim, all praise goes to Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Bashir Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstones, Satish Sakamate pushing the spirit, no seeking honesty, hopeful elect. But one part of that number, another quarter island to the spirit is going to be a quick lesson. You see right here, some World Star, I don't know, it's all over the web. It says Georgia grand jury to determine charges in fatal shooting of unarmed black jogger, Ahmad Arbery, okay, which he was shot with a shotgun twice, and he was shot down by two Edomites. Now, the reason I'm doing this lesson is because, Jake is under those curses. All right, Jake's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you're under those curses, man. When you read the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it's going into the curses. It's talking about us. All right, and how do we know that? Because the curses, what the curses say is going to happen, it lines up with what we're going through today. Okay, let's see. This is Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy, okay, 28 and 44. It says, "Thou shalt lend to thee." I'll start right here. Deuteronomy 20 and 44. "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." And when it says, "He shall lend to thee," that he's going into our oppressors. Okay, which is who? These heathen nations. But number one on that list is the so-called white man, Esau. "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." Right, he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Which we the tail right now, man. We the last when it comes to everything. All right, the last hired. Okay, and we're even the last when it comes to justice being served. All right. So who's the head? The so-called white man. That's why you can't touch Esau in this kingdom. All right. Let me see. Yeah, that's right, man. You can't touch Esau in this kingdom, man. And if they didn't have this thing on camera, it's a possibility that those two men, which they were father and son, Edomites. You see the pictures, they look like straight up Edomites. If they didn't have their pictures up there, you'd have thought you'd probably, this dude Ahmad Arbery would have probably not seen justice for his murder, or his parents would have probably not seen justice for his murder. Let me see something. Bear with me 1 second. This is Genesis 27. This is going into Esau's blessing. Genesis 27:39. "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of the heavens from above." Right, meaning what? Their dwelling shall be the best of everything. Okay. It says, "And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass." Right, by the sword shalt thou live. The sword is what? All right, the modern day gun. How did the so-called white man or Esau get into power? How did he conquer these nations? By way of the sword. "And shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." Which is right. We had Esau in slavery at one point during the Dark Ages, and then after 1,000 years, the so-called white man got out of slavery. He broke the yoke, and Esau hated Jacob, because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau's elder son, which that was the point, okay? Esau's blessing the sword, which the sword is a modern day gun. All right, and they're definitely gonna use that sword, man, against Jacob, his brother, because Jacob is the forefather of you so-called Negroes, like he was the Native Americans, and Esau is the forefather of you Edomites, or the so-called white man. All right, it said, and Esau hated Jacob, which that hatred is a perpetual thing, man. All right, he said what? That the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And that's the spirit that Esau is in. All right, and that's the spirit he been in, and that's the spirit he's in till today. That's why you see brothers like Ahmaud Arbery being put down. All right, it's not gonna be the last, nor was it the first. We can't forget. They also had another Jake, Trayvon Martin. Okay, and it's gonna be more just like that. Now this happened in Georgia, which Georgia is known for being one of the most racist places to be. I'll just bring out, one more script, and I ended on that. Perpetual. All right, this is Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of of the children of Israel by the force, right, going into the so-called white man. All right, that perpetual hatred going way back from the time of Jacob and Esau, and the spirit, that hatred always been there, and we hate Esau just the same, to keep it, to be fair, to be keep it all the way 100, as they say. All right, to keep it out of truth, we hate Esau just the same, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. By the force of the sword, there goes that sword again. Okay, in the time of their calamity, right? Because slavery was over. All right, they let go. They took the shackles off of us, but here they're still putting us to death. All right. In the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, or Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, shall pursue thee, saith, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right, and this so-called white man does not hate blood. All right, that's why he likes to shed it, man. He likes to see the blood of you so-called Negroes, like he was the Native Americans. The Lord says, since you have not hated blood, blood shall pursue you. All right, so your blood is going to be shed. Okay, the same judgment you gave out, you're going to be judged by, which is what? Bloodshed, death, destruction. Okay, so that was just a quick lesson, to the spirit. Hope brothers are edified. No one still praise the ghost. How Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Kwakadash, double honor to the apostles and Elsgram, no stone citation, talking about their pushing this word, no sensation, honesty.